Well, that's why they're doing it, because the original content is failing. I mean, you see, Don't Worry, Darling, women talking, bros. They're trying to let the wokies make their own shit, but it's failing. So what are they doing? Well, if we want to continue to push this message, we're going to have to take stuff that already has a fan base.
Yeah,
and that's the thing.
And that's the thing too, is you wonder, why are they taking 10% of the population and trying to make 90% of the entertainment around them?
10%?
I remember.
I have no idea.
Not even that high.
No, I'm talking if you count also the wokies as well.
Okay.
Like the blue hairs and everybody else. I would say that. Yeah, the blue hairs.
It's 10% already. My goodness. How are they breeding?
There should be a National Geographic episode on the blue hairs.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a lot
and
of
here
reading.
we have the wonderful elusive species.
There it is.
Blue-haired feminist.
There it is.
That's the talk. That's the work.
Shut up.
That's the work we're gonna hire.
Oh god!
In their natural habitat, a corporation they claim to hate so much, their local Starbucks.
Oh my god!
That blows my mind.
Starbucks.
These would be the same people that talk about how they, hate the system, hate the whatever, and then they're the first ones to be like, "Oh, Daddy Corporation's shilling for me. They're amazing." They're the first ones to just bend over for these corporations and these studios
and these corporations will bend over backwards for. It's a mind-bending thing to see that these corporations will bend over backwards for them as well, and then. The people that they're bending over backwards for are saying, you're not doing enough. And
I don't think it's the corporations, though. I think it's the people they've hired. Because, I mean, when you go back to the Bill Chapek thing, it almost sounded like he was on the phone with Governor DeSantis begging for help. I don't want to get involved in this, but they're forcing me to. Like, come on, grow some nuts, bro.
Social responsibility, folks.
I love that.
Yeah.
But apparently, so one thing though to note about the Willow cancellation is that now the series creator has come out and tried to do damage control. You guys know? Did you guys see that?
I saw it.
Where he was trying to say, "Oh no, it's not canceled. It's not canceled. We just let everybody go their contract for the next year, and then we're gonna start filming in 2 years from now, season 2. That it's already written and set to go." And I'm like, that's a little sus. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't.
I don't believe it.
I understand that he's trying to say, oh, they let them go from their contracts because they don't want to hold them up from work while they're waiting for the TV show to come out. But if you're so confident that it's going to come out, what's the big deal? Just compensate them properly. I don't understand. But
since when does a company put other people's projects before their own?
Right, especially a company like Disney. Like, come on.
No,
it's Disney. Disney has owned the box office for years. And you mean to tell me all of a sudden, we're going to let you guys go and work on something else while we get our shit together? Get the fuck out.
No, and that whole comment that they said about them, we're going to continue it later. Like, that just sounds like that's the equivalent of somebody taking a shit in public and then saying, oh, no, it wasn't my fault, guys. It was the dog right next to me.
Right.
Like, literally, that's how it sounds like to me. It's just ridiculous.
There's a key word, brother. There's a key word here. Look, he hopes that it will eventually be made. Yeah. So like you're just you're exposing yourself right there, bro. That's just clown. Clown world right here.
Man, basically, he's just sitting in his basement typing out season 2, hoping one day someone will dust it off after
they can't own it.
Right.
In no way, shape, or form will they ever look in the mirror and say, you know what? Those fucking assholes on YouTube had a point.
Exactly.
But Disney has this unique way of like propping up these creators and really to try and give them the illusion that they have a voice, that they're being helped, but they're being used. I mean, it seems to be no different here. And Disney is unique in the way that they do that. They do fool a lot of these people into believing they're hot shit and they're cared for, when really it's just, well, especially if it's a diversity quota to be met, like they're masters at that. Let's give this diversity hire the director's position of the next upcoming Marvel film. We'll make them believe as though they're giving them power, but really this is a factory lineup of Marvel films anyway, so they're going to adhere to what we're making anyway. But it just looks good for us when we hire someone that's Asian or someone that's a woman or someone that's black to fill these roles. It's nonsense, man. I'm over it.
But the factory lineup gauge is basically just shit. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just the lineup of dumpsters after dumpsters. Like, it's just bad. Like, we don't have anything good coming out of Disney lately, and that's insane. Except Andor, and that was because they tried something different. But
I mean, do you expect anything to come good
no,
out of
no, dude,
Disney?
not anymore. No, hell no. Like after
Well-
they fucking sacrificed like the fucking mouse on the blue-haired feminist altar. Hell no, they haven't.
Well, remember, Iron Man said he's a cheap trick and a cheesy one-liner, and that's essentially what Marvel's films have become: a cheap trick, which is a gimmick, and a cheesy one-liner. That's literally as basic as this company is when it comes to Marvel. And I used to be super into it, given I'm still pretty passionate about it, more so the older stuff. But to get me to sit through one of these Marvel films now is like I would be dragged to the movie theaters kicking and screaming. Meanwhile, 10 years ago, I couldn't wait.
Right.
Like
And
you
that's
would
what I said in
do
a
this
video
to
before.
terrorists. Like this, you would make terrorists watch this shit to torture them for information. At this point, it's a new mental waterboarding.
Chinese
Let's
torture.
be honest.
The Americanism.
Oh, you will not get any information out of me, infidels. Oh, yes, we will. You're going to watch this now.
It's
Play
terrible.
She-Hulk.
Play Willow.
Oh god.
No,
Twerk-
what did they
twerk
do to the
scene.
I
dog?
control my anger infinitely more than you. Oh, I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything.
Oh
So
my
much so that your
God.
camera fell down a bit, Atreus.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh my God.
You
Bro,
gotta
you
control
called him a
that anger.
oh God. That's great.
But yeah, She-Hulk is a stain, man. It's a stain on entertainment. I don't even know if I want to put it with the category entertainment. It's a terrible fucking show. And and like I've said this many times that She-Hulk was the first time. Although I mean I've seen little tidbits in previous movies, but She-Hulk was the first time I really said to myself like, wow, Marvel really is cutting back. I guess that's the best way to say, like, cutting back. I saw the cost cutting on every section of that show for the little bit I watched. I only watched 2 episodes. I couldn't make it through the rest. But yeah, it was pretty bad. And then after She-Hulk, everything else I started to really notice, like, wow, this is getting terrible. Now it's starting to show. It's starting to show in their movies too. And I thought maybe, all right, a TV show, okay, not as big of a budget. Maybe they didn't allocate as much. Not a big deal. All right, I was trying to make an excuse for them. And then I saw it happening in their movies too, and I'm like, wow, these fucking people really think that they can do even more subpar than they already were and keep the same amount of viewers that they had, or think that they're going to gain any, on top of that as well. It's ridiculous.
Wasn't the excuse that the reason why the shows look so crappy was due to the fact that they were allocating the funds to the movies? Like the movies had top priority.
Right.
Yeah,
that was the excuse. Yeah. But
Yeah, Wakanda Forever apparently got all the funds, apparently, according to.
It didn't look like it.
No, Wakanda Forever, bro. Like that was an okay. Like for me, it was like whatever, bro. Like I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna believe a fucking like super like 100-pound skinny woman in a Black Panther suit is gonna fucking beat this muscular.
Namor.
Well, no, sorry, Namor had that fucking dad bod, so I guess he could have beaten
They
him.
shrunk his penis. they
You mean it
used
vanished?
the budget, the CGI budget, to shrunk Namor's
Oh,
penis.
yeah.
You
Yes,
sent
Mr.
$50 million
Namor.
to the Wakanda Forever makers to shrink a dick. Congratulations.
I know,
Penis
right?
Namor.
incredible, really.
That's his gay persona.
Penis Namor.
Penis Namor.
He's I told you we were going to get demonetized.
amor.
I'm not the one demonetizing you.
No,
No,
it's
I
okay.
know.
No, that
am.
was me. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Bye.
No, it's okay. Not a big deal.
Nah,
Like I said, there's so much worse has happened. Look at the fucking what did we do the last stream with the Black Goku and shit? There was this racist.
Oh no, we've
joke
done
flying
worse stuff than
everywhere.
that. Hip. No,
Oh
like
my
we
god.
said worse than that.
my.
No, like Atreus and Casey, they were just.
Hey,
saying
don't
some
put that on
wild
me. I didn't
shit.
do that. I didn't do that.
No, the black people on planes, that was the best one too.
Oh yeah, Black.
We
people.
were
Oh
talking
my
about
God.
like dude, we were talking about like possible like predictions of like Warner Brothers Middle Earth movies, and then Casey shows up. She still has that old caption of "Black people can't fly planes," and then Trey just goes on a rant.
Yeah, I
He's
guarantee
like,
you, when she comes tonight, it's still gonna be there.
oh, it's still gonna be there.
And if it's not, I'll make it go there. I don't care.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
Well, it's nice to see a diverse panel, but the only white person here is Copa
No,
Catania.
we just
I'm
got more
Asian.
diverse. We just got
Oh
more
my
diverse.
god. Well, don't worry. We got our favorite
Ultimate
shill.
Shill is here.
I have
Hopefully-
arrived to
hopefully
spread
hopefully
Yay.
diversity
white,
of thought.
white
Hopefully
privilege and
diversity of thought.
bigotry to this podcast if there hasn't been any so far.
It's one thing to have diversity. To have diversity of thought is another.
That is
Absolutely.
very true.
True.